like what's the defense. So a lot of my focus has been on the trustee sales and on the pre-foreclosures. So instead of just keep trying to hammer them and hopefully get through, instead of stopping, I'm not completely stopping, I'm bringing that down to about 25%. Instead of sending out mailers, I'm reducing the amount of mailers. I'm sending out, doing a lot more text messaging and phone calling. I'm not knocking on doors anymore. I sent my guys out to knock on doors and they were like, whoa, what are you doing? Why are you knocking on the door? Don't you know that we're in a crisis? Okay, maybe not the smartest idea. So we've canceled knocking on doors for the pre-foreclosures. But I'm still sending them out text messages and letting them know that, hey, I'm still here. If you need to sell, I'm here. Because even that someone that's in foreclosure doesn't totally mean that they don't need to sell, but their motivation is going to be a little bit less than what it was before. So what am I doing? Now I'm focusing on absentee owners, people that have rental properties, people that maybe they rented it, they're not professional landlords. Because the professional landlords, they're probably not going to sell out. They're going to actually buy more property. You know, the landlords that have maybe picked up one or two properties, or they inherited a property and they didn't really want to be a landlord, but they became one. They're going to probably want to sell. They're going to be frustrated when April 1st comes and they're like, look, we're not paying our rent because we're out of work, or we haven't got our stimulus money in yet. So we want to focus on them to give them the opportunity to sell out. And look, maybe this is stressing them out in a major, major way. And so now we can come in and provide a solution and buy that property from them and alleviate that homeowner's stress. Sometimes it's, for the week, it's not a good place to be in as being a landlord. We have to think outside the box, and some people can't. Now, some of the professional landlords who I've talked to, you know what? They do want to sell one or two of their properties. Why do they want to sell one or two of their properties? Because they want to take that money out and they want to go and start buying stocks, because stocks are, they believe that at this point, the stock market's going to double, triple, or quadruple in value when it does come back. And so they're taking that cash to go and do that. We've seen that actually over the last few weeks. As some guys are like, look, I want to sell now and I want to sell quickly so that I can turn around and I can use that to reinvest into some other things that are going to get me a better, quicker return. What my worry would be is if I said, okay, look, I'm going to take a break for the next 2 to 3 weeks and see what's going to happen, right? So I take this break, but that break doesn't last 2 or 3 weeks. It could last months and months down the road, because let's say 3 weeks, it's time to go back to work. Well, it's going to be slow. There's going to be a week or two of getting ramped back up. And then there's going to be another week or two of really getting things dialed back in. But if I'm continuing to keep working, maybe it's a little bit slower, but all my processes are staying in place. I'm still continuing to get out there and having conversations with people. Maybe they aren't as motivated to sell right now, but when they are, who are they going to think of? They're going to think of you and I, because we're in front of them. And, we can do things too. So what offensive decisions am I making? If I talk to someone, they're like, look, I don't want you to come to my house. Cool. We've got this great technology, this cool cell phone where we can set up and do a walkthrough. Or we have the Zoom technology. Hey, let me send you a Zoom link and you can open it up on your phone, and we're going to do this virtually. Let me take a look at your house. Turn to the right, turn to the left. Let's look at this kind of stuff. Send me pictures. I bought thousands and thousands of houses from the trustee sale that I didn't physically go to. And it was impossible to go to all those houses. I mean, we'd have like 700-800 houses a day going to sale. Wow. So what did I do? I employed people to go out there and take pictures. And I was able to look at pictures. I can look at pictures of a front of a house and decide if that's a property that I want to buy without even seeing the inside. If I would look in front of a house and I would see oil stains in the street or in the driveway, that tell me that there's a good chance that there's a mechanic that works in that house. And so, unfortunately, sometimes when guys are mechanics, they bring the dirt inside, and oil is tough to get rid of. Okay, cool. We've got to buy that property for a little bit less. The guy that's not taking care of his weeds and his shrubs and things like that, how well is he maintaining the inside of his property? If he's not taking care of the roof, Maybe he's a little bit tight on cash, which means when the hot water heater breaks, he's not fixing that. You know, when the cabinet door falls apart, he's not taking care of that. If he's not taking care of his roof and some of these other things on the outside, he's probably not doing upgrades to the inside, which means, hey, there's an opportunity there to take this property off this guy's hands and allow him to move into something that he can have that's nice and clean. Because I think everyone deserves to live in a nice and clean property. And unfortunately, sometimes it just gets out of hand and allows us to come in and buy these properties and allows them to get out and move on.